Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video, we'll be showing you how to replace the spark plugs and plug wires on this Honda Accord V6. Process is similar for most Honda V6s. Tools you'll need are a 5/8" spark plug socket, an extension and ratchet, and maybe an extendable magnet. Replacing spark plugs and wires on these Honda V6s is actually a pretty easy job, but it's also kind of easy to mess up. Many times I've heard people say, I took all the wires and plugs out and then I put them all back together, but now my car doesn't run right. And that's because you have to put everything back together correctly. So the key is just do them one at a time. Take one wire off and one plug off, put the plug back in, and put the wire back on. Very easy to work on, like I said. All these 6 plugs are accessible. And then on the rear, you can easily see they're all very easy to get to. Okay, so what you want to do is you pull the plug out of the retainer and then you give it a good twist. Okay, and then while you're twisting, pull it up and out. Okay, and that's your plug wire. You'll need a 5/8" spark plug socket and an extension, and put it right down in there. And then just take the plug out. And then once it gets easy to turn, okay, that's usually a pretty good sign that your plug is all the way out. And if you have a good socket, you should be able to pull it up and out. My socket's a little worn out, so my plug stayed down in there. Okay, so a good tool to have around is a little extendable magnet. This goes right down in and pulls the plug out. Okay, and actually you can see somebody that did this before. It looks like they put a little bit of paper towel around it to hold it into their socket probably. Okay, so you've got the plug out, and if you're replacing the wires at the same time or separately, now you want to just take the whole wire off, and again here at the distributor, twist and pull. Okay, the wires on this car are actually fairly new, so I'm not going to replace them, but you would now put your new wire on right in place. Okay, because you have to make sure that you put each wire back on the same spot on the distributor. So that's why you don't want to just take them all off and then try and put them back on. You just do them one at a time. And then always route them back the way they were originally. And before installing your plugs, you want to check the gap. Okay, and according to the sticker that's on the hood, right there, that tells you what kind of plugs to have. And it also tells you what the gap is supposed to be. Okay, I'm sure you can't read it, maybe you can, but it says the gap is 1.1 millimeters, which translates into 0.044 inches. Okay, so I have a little gap tool, and 0.044 just barely gets through there, so that's set correctly. Okay, you might have noticed I've skipped to a different hole, but a good way to put these plugs back in is actually with a little bit of glue. Just put a little glue on there. Because my socket is kind of worn and it won't hold on to the spark plug, a little bit of glue makes it so the spark plug kind of sticks in there. You can get it down in. Start turning. You always want to make sure you can turn it by hand first, and because if it's difficult to turn at all, then you might be cross-threading it, and you don't want to do that. Okay, tighten it. You want them snug, but not too tight. Put the spark plug wire down in there, make sure it clicks. Make sure you put the wire back into its correct spot.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.